Welcome on in here. Some live baseball going on, which means some live first pitch. We're here hanging out with you for some of these afternoon action. We got Boston taking on Baltimore, Colorado taking on my Philadelphia Phillies, and three other games on the docket today. The chat rooms across all of the WagerTalk channels have already been lighting up as people are celebrating. The trash pitching is the direct quotes that I'm seeing here in the chat rooms. It's trash pitcher day, so why not have on the trash pitcher of all of them is BP. They set me up for it, BP. I'm sorry. The intro lacks there. You even wore the Phillies to have my back, and I did see it before we went on, so I'm sorry to besmirch your name. But, buddy, thanks for joining me here live. A lot to get into, brother. How you doing on this Thursday?
Good. You're very fired up, Dan. That was about as
I always am
passionate as. No, you're not. I've heard.
Well, not when I have to record with you at 6 in the damn morning. But yeah, other than that, I get excited.
I'm just like, wow, I feel like the ball's coming right at my face here as you're speaking. But yeah, we got some live baseball.
Hey, what you do in your free time, I don't judge.
Well, thank you for that. But apparently the Red Sox are already up 2-0 on the Orioles as we speak. I'll get to that game in a second, but there's something I want to get to about this Rockies-Phillies game, because as I was breaking this game down in preparation for the show, I came across a few interesting things. Now, I don't need to tell you, Dan, that Taijuan Walker was terrible last year.
He's not good. He's getting booed at home. He's getting booed at home for the starts, BP.
You look at the Phillies rotation, their numbers were tremendous, right? And think how much better they'd be if you took Walker out of the equation, because he had a 7.10 ERA and a 6.94 FIP, allowed an average of over 2.5 home runs per start. So he's not good. So I think you're insane if you would want to lay the price on the Phillies. But here's the problem with the Colorado Rockies, okay? I was looking at Antonio Senzatela's first start because I looked at the stat line and I was like, what? This is a guy, Dan, that went only 4 1/3 innings, gave up 9 hits, had no strikeouts, and yet did not allow a single run in that first start. Do you know the last time somebody allowed 9 or more hits with no strikeouts and allowed 0 runs?
Was it Barry Manilow back in the day?
No,
that would be my guess.
Jesus. Will you stop with this Barry Manilow? This guy's following me around. It was before you were born, Dan. 1986.
Oh, really?
Was the last time that somebody gave up that many hits with no strikeouts and did not allow a run. So, look, these two pitchers are getting shelled today, in my opinion. I don't think the problem is the number's 10, right? I don't think you're getting to 10 if you get to 6 in these first 5 innings. I would look, if you can, has there been any scoring in that game yet? No, there has not, unless if it just happened. Okay. Nope. I mean, so maybe you want to wait till it goes. Maybe there's nothing scored in the top of the first here, but there's going to be plenty. These two starters are just begging to get shelled. And the home run market is something I think you want to hit here too. I mentioned Walker, all the home runs he allowed last year, 2.5 per game. Hunter Goodman is the guy I would target for Colorado there. So that's a lot of information there for this game that's just getting underway. I just wanted to let people know that Senzatela stat, because if people just look at the fact he didn't give up any runs in 4 1/3, that is about as misleading as anything ever, really, because he had a 23 expected ERA from that. I know people love when I bring up the expected ERA here on the program.
Yeah, the walks that Walker, and again, the pun intended there, they stack up in bunches here. So the total, though, like you said, you head in here with a 10 total, but if they get out of here in the first, you can see those live odds start dropping down there a little bit, where maybe if you didn't get in on the over that everybody and their grandmother slid in on, they get into the second, get into the third, and you still haven't seen scores. The longer that Walker goes, the longer that big uh-oh is going to come. You know what I mean? So go ahead.
And you can get it now at 9.5 at plus money, because Walker got
there you go
first without giving up anything. So I would look at doing that.
Yeah, and exactly. And the other thing, G Hurt pointing out, Schwarber still can't hit a slider. Maybe you guys got to go with a torpedo bat. I don't know. Maybe that'll help it. Maybe that'll be the difference there for you. Hop in the comments. Let us know how you're looking to attack this. I mean, before we even hopped in, BP, everybody and their grandmother, everyone on the Phillies over says Klaus Locker. Hey, I know when the public is on it, it worries me. But as BP just laid out there, there's a reason why everyone here is looking towards. Go ahead.
And I understand it's a nice day in the old neighborhood, Dan, back in Philly today. I heard it's like 70 degrees. I'm sure you're dreaming of being at Citizens Bank, maybe?
Yeah, I'm always dreaming of being in Citizens Bank, especially when they told me, hey, move out to California. It's 70 and sunny, and it's freezing. It's like 50 here. And then back at Citizens Bank Park, they're having a grand old time, BP. It's ridiculous. I won't stand for it. I refuse to it. But hey, keep those comments coming, guys. Let us know how you're betting some of these live games. We talked about that Phillies one. Anything in the Boston and Baltimore game before we talk about these games that start off around 4:10 Eastern time? We got one at 7 o'clock with the Yankees game, and then 7:40 is our final one with that Milwaukee and Cincinnati game. Now 2-1. Just saw a run come across here. So it was 2-0 with the Red Sox on top of the O's. So a game that, it's funny, the game that everybody's on the over is still scoreless. And yet this other game with two other not great pitching matchup that you see there, we already got 3 runs that have come across, and it's the bottom of the first. So anything for the folks on that live game going down?
Yeah, I talked about it on the morning wager. I said I liked the Orioles in this game. I would consider, if you haven't gotten down on them, getting down. Obviously, giving up 2 in the top of the first was not ideal. Now, Gunnar Henderson's not playing today, which there was a hope that he was going to be in the lineup, but he's not. Still, I mean, again, Tanner Houck's not very good. He gave up 2 home runs his first start. He's obviously already given up a run here just to give it back. We'll see if he can if he can protect this lead or just gives it back right in 1 inning. But I'm not surprised. I would expect there to be runs scored. I kind of like the over 2. I mentioned I liked Baltimore's team total over 2. It's obviously going to take some runs. You give up 2 in the top of the first, it's going to take some runs to score here. So, look at that. 3 home runs already allowed now for Tanner Houck on the year. Baltimore's going to come back and win this game. They have not lost back-to-back games this year. And typically when they've won, they've put up a lot of runs. So I think Baltimore is going to keep scoring here in this game. Just got another guy on.
And BP, before we talk about some of these later games, much consternation going on in the chat as some folks like the fact that we're here live while games are going on. Other people are saying, hey, we need these plays before the games go live. Guys, if we're talking about an over that the price now just got better in the Phillies game, does it not behoove you that we're going live? And if you're liking a dog here that is currently trailing one, that was a favorite before the game, and you can get plus money on them because they gave up 2 in the top of the first, does that not behoove you to be live here? So, BP, sometimes no matter what you do,
can't please them all.
You can't. And in my case, I can't please many. Just ask. I'm not even going to go there. Not even going to go there, BP. Almost trended into Presman-like territory there. Let's swing this down here, brother.
Don't do that.
Let's just run through these. Let's run through these next 3 games here. Let's start with Houston taking on the Twins. It's Ryan and Brown. I guess you could call this, out of all the pitching matchups, this is probably one of the better ones today. It's righty on righty crime that we'll be seeing there going at the Twins ballpark. The over in this one, low, right? I'm not sure what the weather's sitting at, but we're seeing around 7-ish is what I'm seeing here on my odds screen. Anything for you here, man? Because 2 teams that kind of have mimicked the start of the year, right? They haven't really found their footing, both sitting at 2-4 coming in here on getaway day. Who do you think gets the final laugh in this one?
Yeah, so we talked about how it's kind of unseasonably warm in Philadelphia. It's supposed to, I guess it's really cold in Minnesota right now, the forecast. That's part of the reason for the low total. It's supposed to be a chilly day here. Another reason for this low total here, Dan, the Astros, and this really hasn't surprised me. I talked about this on the Power 5 before the season. I thought their lineup was going to take a big hit with Bregman out of there, Tucker out of there. You look at the Astros so far this year, Dan, what they've done. They've yet to score more than 3 runs in a game. I mean, 3, 1, 2, 2, 1, 3. So, I mean, they actually put 3 on the board yesterday and gave up 6. Now, they've done a pretty good job in terms of run suppression. They've given up 3 or less in 4 of those 6 games. So, to me, if it isn't broke, don't fix it with the Astros. I mean, that's just what they've been so far. I would play the under in this game. Obviously, it's 7.5. It was a little better. You missed that. It quickly got bet down to 7, but you don't have to lay as much juice at 7. So I wouldn't play it any lower than 7. But based on how Astros games have gone this season, I mean, we've seen what now? 4 of the 6 feature 4 total runs or less. Yeah, I don't think on a cold Minneapolis afternoon, things are going to turn around.
Yeah, and also I'm not really buying, some folks saying, Minnesota kind of starting to get their feet underneath them, rough start. The 2 straight wins that they had, it came against the White Sox, right? So let's not go crazy with, hey, this team is seeing all these buy signs, heading here into Target Field. So hop below in the comments, let us know how you're looking to bet some of these games tonight. You got any live bets going? Jack Falk with a massive card here. He's looking at Devers over 1.5 home runs recorded. Really? We're looking for him to get 2. Is that what I'm seeing here? Houston first 5 money line. Houston first 5 under. Arizona first 5 money line. The man is just, his card continues to grow here. So hop below in the comments. Let us know. Wow. Let us know what maybe we got hits recorded there. All right. So BP. Let's swing it to the torpedo bats here. It's funny because when the Yankees are hitting, oh my God, they're cheating. When they finally go into a little bit of a slump, oh well, the bats don't matter. It's just a dumb talking point, in my opinion. I espoused my feelings on that on yesterday's program, asking here, FB coach. I don't have the numbers in front of me. Did Houston play better on the road to start last year? Maybe, but that was last year.
They were bad.
I don't know.
They were bad to start the year last year. Remember, they dug themselves that big hole to start the year. Yep. And I actually remember I went on WagerTalk today and said, buy this team now. I think they're going to still rally and win the division. Some people looked at me a little cross-eyed when I said that. But guess what, Dan? They won the division.
Yeah. And here's the thing for me.
I
don't know how you look. I don't know how you look at it. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Jack. Jack's always here with the statistics for us. We appreciate you guys. If you like the content, you like when we go live here, you like the recorded stuff, like the Morning Wager and the Power 5. You get daily with my man, Bryan Power. Hit that subscribe button. Folks, we are so close to that 200,000 mark. All you got to do, tell your friends about us, hit that subscribe button, and check out these dancers that we have for you live on the programs. You never know what you're going to get here. A little something for everyone. A little something for everyone.
I have no dancers in my show's budget. I would
only you power walking. And we get Barry Manilow appearances. Yep. That is in the budget. But yes. get on out there. Eric saying, hey, we don't like it, Dan. We love it. Well, then smash that like button as well, and tell your friends, hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 200,000 as baseball season is here. All right, I set up talking about these stupid bats, but I really don't care. It's Carrasco, it's Kelly. Runs aplenty in this one too. The total says so. Yankees, Arizona. What say you, BP?
Yeah, and I hate to do this. I liked it a lot better at 9.5 than I did now at 10. So I went digging for maybe a different angle here, and I came up with one. The Yankees might have the torpedo bats, but I'd like Merrill Kelly to go over his strikeout total in this game. He was a big strikeout guy last year. It was a career high. He averaged 9.5 strikeouts per 9 innings. As a matter of fact, I think he can get to 6 here, even with the aforementioned torpedo bats. Look, the Yankees, they'll probably score. I mean, obviously, they were held in check last night, but I don't know. I just look at Kelly's statistics. He had how many strikeouts? He had one? Yeah, he just had 1 strikeout in his first, which was highly uncharacteristic of him based on last year. I think he bounces back. I think he induces more swings and misses here. And I would go Merrill Kelly over his strikeout prop for this one.
Yeah, and the thing is for me too, talk about teams who have found their footing here early. Maybe for Arizona, they just had to play in cold conditions, right? 2 straight wins.
Mhm.
They're riding a 4-game winning streak here. Do they complete the sweep? That's the question. Hop below in the comments and let us know. Does the sweep happen here today? BP saying he likes the pitching that you might be seeing here on the opposing side, getting it done for Kelly. Let us know what you think. Does the sweep happen? Hop below in the comments and let us know. All right, BP, we touched upon all the games. Before we talk this last one, what do you have, my friend, locked and loaded over at WagerTalk.com? We got NIT action going on. We got, of course, the NCAA championship Final Four going this weekend. You're also doing stuff on the pitch. So what can folks find over at your page, BP? Let them know.
One play for today. It is the NIT final between UC Irvine and Chattanooga. Had a strong take there. It's a 4% best bet. We've done really well. Plays rated 4% or higher, 11-4 the last 15 going back to March 1st. Of course, we had a nice 5% winner on Sunday in the NCAA tournament with Houston in the first half. You always hope they're that easy, Dan. They never are. Except, well, that one was. But as far as the Final Four goes, which you brought up, I am just waiting on the numbers I want to get. I know what I want to play. I'm going to have a 3-pack. I've talked about it. Hopefully, those plays should all be up by the end of the day today. I'm just kind of just, again, like I said, patiently waiting to get the numbers I want on some of these things. So we will have 3 plays for Saturday. And yes, we'll have soccer Saturday morning as well. Should be a busy day in baseball tomorrow, back with a full card. And I've already got an NBA play circled for tomorrow as well. So it's going to be a busy couple days at WT.buzz/BP, up over 40 units since February 15th.
Ooh, 40 units. Yeah, well, the 3-pack going up that BP will be eyeing, that will be more than enough to get you guys a 6-pack and then some, if you so choose. So check him out, WT.buzz/BP. And BP, I just know from producing the morning wager show with you and Zeno, which is an absolute blast. If you guys haven't checked that out, certainly the funniest show that isn't forced humor from our friend Prez that is on this channel. That is the one compliment that I will give you. However, a lot of the humor comes in when Joe is just absolutely screwing with you with the graphics. But I know from producing that fine program, everybody, Dollar Dog Night, let's go. I know from producing that fine program, the NIT play that you have up tonight, I would go and check that out simply because you and Zeno, in games featuring the Anteaters, you guys have had a terrific read on them all year long, really. So it's not even just like, NIT, we've kind of find that, like, this was a team that you guys have been cashing on or against all season long. So the fact that the UC Irvine Anteaters are sitting here in the final, that's a team that these guys, again, not to blow smoke, but you guys have had a pretty damn good read on them, and I've cashed some of the free plays alongside you guys with that one. So get the paid client. A rare compliment for you, BP, because you agreed to come on.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you.
I thought you deserved.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
I thought you deserved.
Yeah. All right.
Bring
it back. Bring it back.
Take it to the head, BP. Relax. So we only got one more game to talk about here. The one thing I'm shocked about is that I haven't gotten dragged by these baseball fans that I'm hosting a baseball show here wearing a lacrosse hat. I thought for sure I did it just to stir up some controversy, BP, and still no controversy there. So
you know what I forgot to tell you, Dan? So
what's
my
that?
daughter, as everyone knows who watches the various shows, I have a 7-year-old
what everybody
daughter,
wants to know, BP. We're all waiting with bated breath.
All right, I'm going to bring it back to lacrosse, okay? She took a lacrosse lesson,
that's what everybody wants.
Okay, so I walked down the front yard the other day, and she's like, Daddy, look at this drill they taught me. And maybe this is a beginner's drill where you keep the ball in the little stick and you spin around, try to keep it in there.
She's cradling. Yes, she's cradling.
Yes. Well, the ball went flying into the street, almost hit a car.
So she got your athletic prowess. What up, S. Warrior? Hey, this is our man who usually is only talking about the hardwood. Love to see you out here on the diamond, S. Appreciate you. Great to see you. And Eric saying Dan not wearing a Philly hat while they're playing definitely means a big one. Yeah, that's what Jack Falk lacrosse was for the kids who were scared of getting hit by a baseball. Yeah, they opted to get smacked with a metal stick instead. Yes, they were really, really afraid. And the 90 mile per hour they have to step in front of certainly were afraid of getting hit by the baseball there. See, I knew I could stir up some controversy, BP, but let's stir up some thoughts here for this Milwaukee game as they are taking on Cincinnati. We get to split the difference, right? We've talked totals that have been 7. We've talked totals that have been 10. This one's sitting around 8.5. 7:40 is the start time in this one. Man, Milwaukee, you seeing them as favorites here? I'm not so sure, especially with Cortez on the mound going against Lodolo. We got the lefty on lefty crime in this one. What are you thinking, BP? What's the word here?
So on the aforementioned morning wager, Zinno made the case for the Reds. It's hard to disagree with him. He really took some personal pot shots.
That's the way I lean.
Yeah, at nasty Nestor, who really was not. He was just terrible. I mean, I'm not going to mock the man's weight like Zinno did, but I will bring up the fact that he gave up 3 home runs on 3 pitches, 5 home runs overall in that.
Yeah, in a 20-9 loss.
Yes. And not only do you have nasty Nestor starting the game, the big story for Milwaukee, because the starting pitching, including Cortez in his first start, has been so bad. This bullpen is overworked. I think they're top 5 in innings pitched so far, and the ERA is approaching 9. So 2 things. If the Reds have lost back-to-back 1-0 games to Texas, if they can't get the offense back on track here, maybe there's something's rotten in Denmark. Maybe there's some problems. But I think the Reds can get the offense going. I also think Lodolo, I mentioned Merrill Kelly's strikeout prop earlier. I think Lodolo is a guy who can go over his strikeouts too. That's currently set at 5.5. Milwaukee has a lot of problems, and it's not just pitching. So I think Lodolo's can go over that strikeout prop. In addition, I think all signs point to the Reds doing pretty well. What am I wearing? I'm supporting my friend Daniel. Where am I at here? Which way do I turn? Philadelphia.
There you go.
Philly.
You turned correct. V-neck over tighty whities. I don't see a V-neck there. I'll give him the credit. He is wearing the Phillies gear. I'm wondering, Alvarez, I mean, maybe you could ship him some Braves gear. I'm guessing it's discounted with the 0 for start that you guys are staring down the barrel at. Every night, I think you're finally going to get off the snide there, Shawnee. And the Bravos, they have been anything but brave to start the year here.
Yeah.
0 for
I have some bad news to report. I don't believe that any team that's ever started the year 0-7 has made the playoffs. I believe I read that this morning. So the Atlanta Braves have been
buy another hat. Buy another hat for that one, my man Sean Alvarez. I'm sorry, but you come at the king. You come at the Phils here. You don't do it when your team is sitting over on the season, right? Yeah. It's not a good look.
I will say, who have they played so far? The 2 teams that haven't lost a game: San Diego and the Dodgers. Obviously,
yeah. Well, is there a correlation there? Is there correlation there? Are the 2 teams undefeated because they got the plan? Zeno loves Cortez.
Yes. Well, yes.
BP, before we sign off here, swinging it back to these live games that we got. Now we got 4-1 for Boston over Baltimore. So price is getting better for Baltimore by the moment, I guess is what we could say there. Yes. Phillies sitting here in the bottom of the second. Bases are juiced in Philadelphia right now. 1 out, bottom of the second. You know what that means, BP? Time to leave them stranded. If I know anything about my Philadelphia Phillies, I hate to be that guy, but we're probably going to be fan. Yeah. Brandon Marsh and his weird wet beard is up at bat right now, so we'll see what happens.
That is a large beard, yes, that he's got going.
Yeah, it's always wet. He's a freaky wet. Yeah, he's a freaky wet lad. Is the way that I'll put it. I was about to drop a B word there. A B word there, but I brought myself down.
Is Joe telling us that he wants us to be done? Is that what that is?
I think this is our sign that we may have overstayed our welcome here on the WagerTalk TV YouTube channel. BP, before we sign off, one more time, let folks know how they can find you on social. Let them know what they can find over at your page, wt.buzz/BP, and always a fun time here with you, brother. Appreciate you doing this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at Bryan Power _ wins is where you find me on Twitter. They're going to keep throwing baseballs at me and hitting me, but we will all fill. Oh, wait, Phillies. We've had somebody cross the plate. We've had somebody cross the plate. It was a field.
See, I just reverse jinxed them. Yes, Kelly Stewart reverse jinx.
Yes. And then we have obviously the NIT Championship 4% best bet tonight on UC Irvine Chattanooga. I'm going to have 3 Final Four plays up. Going to have a pretty big card up front. I've been going kind of light this week. I didn't want to go too heavy to start the year in baseball, and then the NBA. It's been light all season, but we're going to go heavy at them tomorrow, Dan, after we hopefully cash this 4% best bet tonight in the NIT.
I love it, BP. Again, brother, thanks for doing this. Appreciate you. Check out the Morning Wager. Check out the Power 5. That is Bryan Power. I'm Dan Alexander. Joe Ranieri doing an amazing job behind the scenes, getting the joints up, getting the bats up. You never know. Getting the strippers up here on the program as well. You never know what you're going to get here on WagerTalk TV. The one thing we ask you to do on the way out, hit that like button, hop below in the comments. Let us know what you're looking to bet this evening or this weekend. We'll get back with you there. And folks, hit that bell right around the corner. We're going to be up to 200,000 subscribers. If you haven't hit it yet, find out why 198,000 people plus have already hit that little bell and the info that you're going to be getting here. So for BP, I'm Dan Alexander. We will see you locked and loaded. Get you ready to go for weekend baseball. First pitch coming your way tomorrow. Until then, folks, best of luck with your wagers and go Phils go. Have a good one.